On the screen is a design that I just created with PhotoStitch. I want to save it and eventually write it to the embroidery card to send to my embroidery machine. I'm going to click on the application button, save as, give it a name. Well, I get an error message. It won't, well, I can save it, but I won't be able to send it to the embroidery card because it has too many stitches. On the 5x7 hoop, it has 55,156 stitches. Yikes! Let me go and do some preliminary work. I want to go to Design Settings, Design Page, Output, Design Page Area. Now that will lock in the design to its location. And the reason why I'm going to do that is I'm going to break the design down into layers, and when I put them back together, I want them to stay where they are. So click OK, and now I'm going to go to Attributes, Divide by Colors. Now what that will do is it'll break my design up into individual layers. I'm going to go ahead and save the design. I'm going to Application button, Save As, and I'm going to call it Head All, which means all the layers. Yes, I'll get the same message. That's fine. I want to make sure that those are all together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete some of the layers. And that way I'll be able to save it in portions and load in portions. So I'm going to come over here to the sewing order frame, and I'm pressing the Control key after clicking on the first frame, and I'm going to get rid of the first set. Well, let's see how many frames there are. There's 16 frames. That last one doesn't have much sewing, so I'm going to get rid of the first 7. I've selected them, Select Tool, Delete, and so now I actually have the last layers. So I'm going to click the Application button, Save As, and instead of Head All, because it's not all the layers, this is the last layers. Alright, and I want to make sure that I know that the green will be the first layer on this. Now I'm going to go back and open up the one with all the layers. And this time I want to delete from this layer back, so select it and press the Control key, which will allow me to select multiple frames, and select and delete. Now that gives me the first 7, that I had deleted previously. So now I'm going to go Application button, Save As, and how about Head First? Save. And now I've broken it up into 2 different files, and I'll be able to send these to the embroidery machine and be able to stitch it. So that was a design with too many stitches.